So I'm out here at Viña del Mar here in close to Santiago, Chile, with my boys from Valis here at their offices. It's a wonderful place. Having a wonderful time out here with them. I came out here with Miel San Marcos, did some concerts. I played yesterday with them, and it was just we had a wonderful time, man. We enjoyed the presence of God. We had so many people show up, so many people support the concert, and I played with the Magna. Man, that thing sounded amazing. Those porter pickups came through. I was able to do all my lead tones, all my ambient tones. My drives sounded great. Overall, just a great experience playing with the guitar. So yeah, we're here hanging out. We're gonna shoot some content and have a good time. So right away when I got this guitar, I tried it out in my studio. And when you try a guitar, you go to your classic tones, right? You go to your drives, you go to your lead tones, and it's like you gotta, in my position, I get to play a lot of different guitars. I'm in a very privileged position, and I love playing guitars, right? Every guitar player is like that, just wants to play all different types of guitars. So what connected me with the Valis guitar, the Magna? Honestly, those porter pickups came through right away, man. They responded great. I went through every different types of dynamics I played through. And also, I think it's important that when you grab a guitar, it's kind of like you want to feel connected to it. You want a guitar to be able to facilitate the different types of sounds that you put out. Within our set in the band that I play with, we do a lot of different stuff, right? I do those worship, huge ambient tones, and I do my personal favorites are like those real strong lead tones that come through. And I can't take every guitar on our tour. I got all different types, but what I love about the Valis is that like it comes through with everything. I feel connected. I feel like it's really comfortable to play with, and I think that's really important. You don't want to be in the middle of a concert not feeling confident about how you're playing, you know? So right away, man, with this guitar, I felt confident. I love the different, the push or the pull knob that gives me those single tones, those single coil tones. I normally don't do a lot of single coil type stuff, but I love that I have that option, especially in the studio, man. I use that a whole lot when I want the chimey, real thinner type, bellish type tones. I put that on. But really, I think it's important for every guitar player to feel connected with the guitar right away, and that you can execute your tones, you can execute your licks. I feel like with this Valis, man, I was able to do all that right away. I noticed it, and I'm enjoying playing it on the road right now. So I like those vintage vibes you get, and I think that's what they were going for. But the modern perspective, the playability, I think is very important when it comes to that. So I like the combination of both, right? It's like you have these guitars back in the day that have those classic tones to give you that classic response. But the modern playability, I think now in these days you have all these new modern techniques that they're putting in with how they build the guitar, how it plays, and I think the Valis really match that. So you get like these vintage vibes with that modern playability where it's extremely comfortable. So for me, music is a fundamental part of my life. Since I was a little kid, man, I fell in love with music. I started playing guitar at the age of 7. You know, my dad taught me a whole lot of stuff, but I think what I'm most grateful for is he taught me about music. He taught me the little he knew. From there, I took it. And you know, I fell in love with it. I think since I've been a little kid, I've been just looking on how I can make a difference in this world using my instrument. When I was about 20 years old, I had to make a call. You know, I didn't want to be poor. You know, I didn't want to grow up being poor. I was already poor as a little kid. So, you know, I had to make a choice. Hey, am I going to look for some other profession, or am I going to play music for the rest of my life? And I felt like, man, it was a prayer I had with God, and I was like, God, what do you want me to do? And I feel like he was very, very clear with me. He said, you know what? Stay close to me and you'll be fine. Just do the music. It's your passion, you know? And I felt like he told me, you know what? I got you. Since then, I made a call. I was working at a church, and I feel like everything since then has been lining up for me. You know, God's just been there supporting me. He's been there just using me, opening doors for me, you know? So maybe if you guys are out there watching this video, you might be asking yourselves the same thing. Hey, is music really for me? Is it? But you know what? Hey, music is amazing. Music, it's extremely important in our lives. I feel that like I've been blessed so much hanging out with these guys from Valis, just and hearing their stories, hearing what inspires them. Hey, it's worth it. You know, music is worth it, and for me, it's a fundamental part of my life, and I'm super grateful for it.